Yo, what's going on, you guys, and welcome back to today's video. Before I start, I just want to wish you guys health and prosperity. You know, it's great making money and all, but it's even better being healthy. So, I've noticed that the vast majority of stock market videos talk about investing strategies or how to invest your money, but they never really go into, what not to do when you invest your money. They might tap into the subject a bit, but nothing major. So as a result of that, today's video is dedicated to that exact topic: what to not do when you invest your money in the stock market. Before I jump into the video, I just want to ask you guys for a favor real quick. If you guys do enjoy the content or you learn anything new in today's video or in any of my videos, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment. It really does help the channel grow and get recommended to more people out there so that they can use this information. Believe it or not, you guys, every single subscription, every single like, every single comment really does help the channel grow and expand into new heights. So I appreciate you guys for that. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So the very first thing to not do when you invest your money in the stock market is don't buy anything and everything. The stock market, in my eyes, is like a game of chess or a sports game. You need strategy and well-timed plays. You need to know how much money you're willing to lose, how much risk you're willing to take on in terms of companies, and how you're going to determine whether a company is a good buy for you or not. The stock market is not a game of chance. Like I mentioned earlier, you need well-timed plays and strategy. If you go in there guns blazing and with no strategy, I guarantee you will get your shirt taken. If you're only willing to lose $100 from your paycheck each month, that's completely fine. Like I've mentioned in earlier videos, everybody's financial situation is different. So, in terms of risk, are you willing to invest into companies like Uber, for example, that aren't yet making a profit, but have plans for growth and profit in the future? That's up for you to decide. For some, investing into a company like Uber might not be risky at all, and for others, it might be way too much. Now, your end goal, what exactly is it? What do you want to get out of the stock market? Do you want passive income? Do you want undervalued companies where you buy low and you sell them high later on? Once again, that's up for you to decide. Determine your financial goals for the future, and then have your investing strategies revolve around that. It's what I'm currently doing with my investing strategies in the stock market, this channel, everything. I've determined what I want in the future, and then everything I'm doing exactly right now is following that. And finally, how are you going to determine whether a company is a good buy for you or not? Are you going to invest in a company because a friend heard from a guy that heard from another guy that it's a good buy? Hell no. I know that situation seems funny and goofy, but trust me, you guys, that situation happens a lot more often than you might think. So, since I'm invested for long-term passive income, I personally look into how long a company has been paying dividends for. That lets me know that it's trustworthy and it can survive hard times as well. I also look to see if it has a competitive advantage. Can the company be overtaken easily by somebody else? So those are a few of the things that I personally take into account when I'm researching companies to potentially put my money into. There's a reason why investors make tons of money in the market, and there's a reason why investors lose, and lose big as well. Remember this, everybody. You're never guaranteed to make money when you invest. You might even lose money. You guys always need to know what you're getting yourself into. And finally, next up, rule number 2, don't invest all of your money in at once. Diversify. No company is completely invincible, and nobody really knows when the market is going to hit rock bottoms and the highest of highs. Let's say, for example purposes, I was only invested into consumer companies and airline companies. I'd personally be pretty worried right now. All restaurants and stores are closed, and the majority of flights all around the world are canceled. Believe it or not, you guys, some companies out there have little to no income right now. That's the consequence of not diversifying and investing into different company sectors like utilities, real estate, financials, those type of sectors. Now, for example purposes again, let's say I am diversified in my holdings and the markets plummet 4%, let's say. And so, me being excited and wanting to be, a smart investor, I decide to buy into these companies with all the money that I have. At first glance, that might seem like a smart play. I bought while the companies were low. But wait, the next day after, the market goes down 10%. And the day after that, it goes down another 5%. Now, I'm left sitting in the sidelines with no money whilst everybody else is buying into these bargain level prices. Your best bet when these type of situations occur is to dollar cost average, or buy in increments while the market goes lower. That way, you take advantage of all the drops that these companies have, and you average in when they start to go right back up. Imagine how all those people that went all in during the beginning of this downturn feel right now. Probably not so good. Number 3 ties into my last point. Nobody, and I mean nobody, knows what the stock market is going to do in the future. I don't care if you're President Trump, I don't care if you're, Barack Obama, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, or next month. Nobody really knows what the stock market is gonna do. It's unpredictable. You might have a good guess, but at the end of the day, it's just that, a guess. Trying to time the market is like gambling in my eyes. you're essentially playing with fire at that point. Buy as stocks get lower, and then keep buying when they get higher as well. In my humble opinion, it's not only your best bet, it's also your safest as well. And for those of you that don't know what dollar cost average means, I even pulled out my whiteboard for you guys. What I mean by dollar cost average is, like I said earlier, buy in increments. So you buy here, and then you buy here, and then you buy here, and then as it goes lower, you buy here, you buy here, and then you buy here. That way, like I mentioned earlier, you buy in when it's low, and then you average in when it gets higher as well. So next up, number 4, don't listen to the noise. And by noise, I mean the news. Remember this, the news outlets are in the business of selling fear. It's what keeps you tuned in the mornings and at night as well. This can get in your head after a while, especially if you're invested in the market. Take the news you see with a grain of salt and keep it pushing. Not everything we see on the news and in social media is 100% accurate. And finally, number 5, stop thinking you're gonna make tons of money in the stock market overnight or in a short period of time. I see it in person and in social media all the time. People thinking that they're gonna make fortunes overnight. Let me tell you guys this, it absolutely does not work like that in the stock market or any investment situation that I know of. Investing is not a short-term play, it's a long-term play in the future, 10, 15, 20 years from now. The goal should be to build sustainable income. There's actually a saying in the investment world that goes like this: the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. You know, billionaire investors like Howard Marks, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, they don't day trade or swing trade stocks. If day trading and swing trading stocks was so profitable, don't you think that all the big billionaire investors would be doing it right now? Don't play yourselves, guys. Focus on building something sustainable that's long-term, that's gonna grow with or without you. And that's the end for today's video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate every single person that tunes into every video, likes the video, subscribes to the channel. I promise you guys I'm gonna go hard. And so seriously, everybody, thank you for everything, and I'll see you guys on the next one.